Hello, today we're going to be speaking about the eighth secret of the book, 40 Secrets for the Single Woman. And I was thinking the other day and I had an idea. It would be very good if you would have your little notebook there separated just for the book club, your little pen, that collection with those pretty pens that you have, and you take notes of the videos and of the book. Why? Because when you take notes, that message stays more recorded in your head. So then that's a tip so that you who want to do that, okay? Today we are going to be speaking about something that's very interesting that sometimes people don't pay attention to. And for you to understand better, let's make an analogy. Something that's very annoying that usually, more for those who travel a lot, those who travel once in a lifetime, they even like to do it. But when you travel a lot, an annoying thing that you have to do is luggage. And why is it annoying? Because you have to think how many days you're going to stay there, think about the clothes that you're going to take. And sometimes you get there to the other place and you forgot something, an important thing. So then sometimes it becomes very annoying. And that's the luggage that we have to prepare every single time that we travel. And in our analogy today, I wanted to make you understand that every time that you are in a relationship or when that relationship ends, usually you also have luggage. And that luggage is called emotional luggage. And what does that mean? During a relationship, usually when you are deceived with a person, when you things happen in a relationship, and bad things, sad things that make you sad, that hurt you, he lies, he cheats on you, and what happens? You have that luggage, which the person lied, it's in the luggage. They cheat on you, it's there in the luggage. And all of the things that go happening, the deceptions, he didn't remember about your birthday, he mistreated a family member of yours or your friend, or he mistreated you. So then all of that goes in that luggage. All of those incidents and bad things that happened in that relationship, they go to that luggage that you don't even know that you have. It's inside of you. And what happens when you end a relationship and you enter a new one? Consequently, you start, unfortunately, bringing the feelings that you had in that baggage to the new relationship. How so, Nanda? For example, you were cheated on. So then, because you were cheated on in your past relationship, in this relationship, if your new boyfriend says like this,
"Oh, why? I'm not gonna be able to go today." You immediately, that feeling that's inside of your baggage, he starts bugging you, saying, you think he's not cheating on you just like the other one did.
Because consequently, that fear, the fears that you brought from the other relationship and traumas, you are going to start applying them in this relationship because you have that pain inside of you that you haven't healed yet, that you still haven't saw a solution. There are feelings that you have not solved that are there, and consequently, you don't know what to do with them. You probably do not even perceive that you are like that you have those feelings, that baggage. So then what happens? Unfortunately, you end up destroying that relationship as well, a new relationship. And of course, that new relationship, it's going to have new feelings, new elements for that baggage. And that baggage is going to grow. The more relationships that you have, the greater the baggage. That's why it's very important that people understand that sometimes you hear,
you need to experiment. You need to try out. You need to try out many.
if I could have chosen, if I would have had that understanding that I have today, I would prefer to have known only my husband. Why? Because I had that baggage, that emotional baggage, and I hurt myself very much, and I hurt many people as well. And that is what happens. You get hurt and you end up hurting somebody else. Not many times intentionally, but just because you don't have that discernment of, wait a minute, let's follow the stages. You know the person, you get interested in that person. It's better for you to know that person first, have a friendship with them, knowing them. Okay, you know them, then you like them. So then date. And dating, it's not for you to be, in that the world does.
Matter of fact, there is no dating phase anymore. They just jump into living together. But
way back then in the old times, dating existed, and that is what we need to bring back. You need to bring back that phase to your life. And you're going to date that person not to generate an emotional feeling. It's so that you can know the person and know if that's a person that's really going to have a future with you. Then that's where we're going to go back in the beginning to those first secrets, especially in the first, where you're going to observe, wait, what are his objectives? Do we have the same objectives? So that you don't get involved in skunk love. What happens? You bring that dating phase like it should be. You know the person, and they're truly seeing that you guys are a good fit for each other. Then yes, you go to a serious relationship and consequently marriage. But you were not there passing through many guys. You were not there kissing a whole bunch of mouths. You were not filling your baggage, your emotional baggage, with bad feelings that are going to later on bring problems to your relationship. Well, and since today I practically said everything that is here in this page, you who have the book, you're going to read it and you're going to see that truly I covered everything that is here. So let's go to our homework. See if you have carried that baggage. Use your faith to free yourself of those destructive feelings. A good exercise is to take actions contrary to the ones you would normally take. Go against those insecurities. What does that mean? You need to, in some way, free yourself from that emotional baggage. If you were that type of person, like me in the past, right, who didn't have those instructions that I'm giving you here, I didn't have. I had my first boyfriend and I had many deceptions. And when I went to the second one, more deception, and the third, and that's how it went, right? And when I perceived, I would already notice that I was a person who would not trust, a person who was very insecure. My insecurity, it would take me to dress a certain way that I wanted to call attention. When you are really good enough, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You simply are, because that thing of you being good, it's your interior. It's not your exterior that's going to count in that moment. So then you need to work. You need to observe. Do you not trust? You're jealous. It's because you're insecure. You dress in a very sensual and provocative way. Insecurity. You want to call attention. You don't trust that you're going to call the attention of a person because of their personality, because of their character. You have to use other means. So then it's your body. And what happens in the majority of times, I did that. And I would attract the wrong types of people. because I would dress in a certain way to call attention and even conquer, right? And what would happen? I would attract the wrong people to myself. I would attract people who didn't want a commitment, because a person like that is that way, is going to think like that. Oh, she doesn't want a commitment. For example, you're a youth from YPG and you dream with a marriage. You dream. So then with a person that is really going to be faithful to you, a guy of God, for you to want a guy of God, you need to be of God. And for you to be of God, you are going to reflect God in your life. And consequently, you are going to reach what you want. Super important. Evaluate yourself. Look at yourself. What type of person have you been? Insecure, very insecure. So then that's why I tell you guys, the Holy Spirit, He's going to help you with that. He's going to help you to be free from that insecurity that you have. That's why it's so important for you to stop and self-evaluate yourself. You need to evaluate, what do you have in that baggage, that emotional baggage? You need to identify so that you can be free from it. But that is with the help of the Holy Spirit. It's not in the strength of your arm that you are free from those feelings that are negative and things that interior problems. There's no way for you to overcome those things without the Holy Spirit. So then we're going to go back to that day where we spoke about that the most important thing is to have the Holy Spirit. Okay? We stop here and we'll be back next Sunday. Okay? A hug to everyone.